With us now are Michael and Dennis Osullivan, and they're with Insignis. And today we're going to be learning about how they help business owners with the Insignis process. Now, what is the Insignis process? A lot of S's there for me.
Well, the Insignis process is just the process we bring all our clients through. And I think for the business owners, just a little bit different in the sense that really a business owner, you know, a man or woman, whoever it is basically the only difference is their largest asset on their balance sheet tends to be the business itself. And what we try to do is just get them organized. And what typically we find when we first sit down with them is most don't even have some sort of contingency plan or continuation planning. But when they do, a lot of it's just based on one particular asset, and that tends to be, or aspect I should say, and that tends to be in the event of a death. But really what they really need to worry about as well, and typically it should have, is in the event of death, disability, or retirement. So what we want to do is just get them, one, to organize and make sure that what their actual plan is. And a lot of times they don't know what it's going to be. They might have children that are younger at 15 or 18 years old, and they don't know what they want to do with them. Or maybe there is no children and there's a key person in the business that they can take it over for them. So what we want to do is really play almost like a psychologist at first, is just try to really understand what they want to happen. And a lot of times they don't do. So we want to make sure the planning aspect gets done with that in mind, that it can change as time changes.
Now, a succession plan, I guess, even in the case of like a divorce possibly, so that you don't have to get a forensic accountant, wouldn't it be easier to have a succession plan that says if A, then B equals C? I mean, how do you feel about that, Dennis?
Well, as a matter of fact, you know, Michael hit the basic three provisions in a buy-sell agreement, which is death, disability, and retirement. But I think it's imperative that they see an attorney that really focuses on the business owner, because it should include divorce. It shouldn't include insolvency, lawsuit. And a lot of times the basic plans that they might have gotten don't handle that. And that's a biggie. I agree with you 100%. That makes perfect sense.
Now, what is the contingency plan that you help them, or conservation plan, or how does that work? I know it was a C word.
Right, well, you know, typically what happens, you know, we keep on saying that, you know, conventional planning, you know, does certain things that I think does great damage to the business, and especially the business owner. Conventional planning, when a business owner sells his or her business, you know, let's say you sold your business and you got, you know, I'm just making up a number, $2 million, right? Millions of dollars.
25 million, come on.
Conventional financial planning says, well, hey, Donna, we don't know how long you're going to live, so we have to use this process called capital conservation, which means you put the money in an account, maybe invested with Dennis and Michael or whoever you might be working with, and that you live off the interest. And that really minimizes the value of the business by almost 50%. And what we try to show our clients is through the planning that we do, it is products and strategies that will allow that business owner, when he or she ultimately gets to retirement, unlock the wealth and do a capital spend down philosophy, because we built other contingencies in, and it actually acts as if they had the value of the business was 50 or even 100% higher. Their income is dramatically higher. And that, once the business owner sees that, they just light up. They say, what do we need to do? Let's get to work. Yeah. And then there's just a matter of fulfilling that, tying the buy-sell, funding it properly, and then if we do that, when they do ultimately walk away, they literally can have significantly higher income in retirement while still leaving a legacy for the family.
And they're busy running their business.
Yeah.
So I think it's wonderful that they have a resource like you, Michael and Dennis, to kind of help them understand the behind the scenes, or the back end of a business.
Yeah.
So it's good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And it's Insignis, right? Insignis.com.
InsignisFinancial.com.
.com. InsignisFinancial.com. I like when you guys come here, because I always learn something new too, and I'm like thinking about my own business now. So
yes,
for
we'll
these
get to work on
tips, for these great tips and more, check it out at liveituptvshow.com. Here with Michael and Dennis Osullivan.